what may be the reason why employees getting turnover in the industry, or why the employment rate getting bigger over the year. So today, we're going to know about the consequences and effect of turnover in hospitality industry. Good day everyone, I'm Mart Andrea M. Reyes, and today I'm going to discuss about the cause and effect of turnover in hospitality industry. Turnover is a major issue for service sectors like hotels. It causes a labor shortage that's already exists, and in certain situations, it may be a claim that turnover is a sign of a sneaky organizational ailment. More significant, however, is the fact that current research has found a direct connection between total profitability and employment pleasure. As a result of the low unemployment rate, the industry has three prolonged challenges. First, fewer people are employed in the traditional target markets for the hospitality industry. For a long time to come, this is probably going to stay that way. Second, the industry will continue to draw a sizable portion of a transient workforce unless it can offer opportunities for meaningful advancement in pay and responsibility. In other words, employees will see working in the industry as something to do while they're getting ready to do something else or while they wait for something better to come along. Unfortunately, talented individuals who are unhappy working in that sector can readily find something better at the time of this writing. Lastly, the industry is making major efforts to improve its reputation. I'm talking about turnover, but what is turnover? Turnover is when the employees are leaving the companies or industry within a particular time frame. There are two types of turnover. Those are voluntary turnover and involuntary turnover. Voluntary turnover, those are the employees who are leaving the company voluntarily, maybe because they find something good or great opportunity outside or in the other company, or maybe they want to change their career. And the other one is the involuntary. This is where the employee is getting fired by the manager, maybe because they do something bad that made the company's name dirty, or maybe because they violate a policy of the industry or the company that they are. The difference between voluntary and involuntary turnover is that involuntary turnover, you had a choice to leave the company or stay in the company. While in the involuntary turnover, when the manager, the head of the company fired you, you don't have a choice but leave the company. Either it's voluntary or involuntary turnover, no matter the reason of the separation, it still represents everyone who has left the company. Companies that adopt this tenure performance position are primarily focused on how tenure is distributed throughout the business and more likely to focus on appropriate turnover rates rather than lower turnover rates. Those are the companies that more focus on appropriate turnover rates rather than lowering the rates of turnover. According to the concept, an employee's purpose, stay or quit an industry, it depends on two connected factors: their level of job satisfaction and their level of commitment to the company. Character traits and specific job events might also have an impact on how satisfied you are with your employment. If an employee has a high level of job satisfaction, their loyalty to the company is likely to be strong, and they are likely to have favorable attitudes about their work and stay with the company. On the other hand, when job satisfaction is low, dedication wanes, attitudes change at work, and given a chance, the person departs the company. This may result as a brand new problems or a turnover. According to the result of study of turnover in the hospitality sector, Macmillan Rigel and Ends 1986, the following factors were cited as the most likely causes of high turnover rates by employees in the hospitality industry. And those are the cause of turnover in hospitality industry. Number 1, we have treatment by the supervisor. And 2, amount of work hours. 3, job pressure. 4, scheduling. 5, training. 6, fringe benefit packages. 7, better opportunities elsewhere or somewhere or the other companies. 8, physical demands of the job. Treatment by the superior is one of the causes of turnover. Maybe because the employee is experiencing a mistreatment from their superiors. That's why they are forcing or they are want to leave the company. Not only who quits but also who stays is an important topic for businesses with high turnover rates. Employees that stay with the company might not always be the one the company wants to remain, and vice versa for those who leaves. Sometimes they don't want the employee to stay, maybe because they don't like the employee, maybe because of the attitude, or maybe because that employee is lazy. And sometimes the employee that leaving the company are the key of the success of the company. They want to let go that employee, but the employee wants to leave the company because he or she, or maybe they want a better opportunity in the other company, or they want to change their career. The only employee who remain are those who can adjust to dysfunctional environment, or those who are obligated to stay in some circumstances. When the organizational environment is so unsatisfactory, the great personnel choose to leave the company. This figure shows that employee retention is a key aspect in assessing profitability, since it's a major factor in customer retention. The new turnover issue raised in this section clearly suggests that just a tiny amount of turnover's devastating consequences may be covered by conventional thinking. To prevent the higher turnover rates, there are 2 strategies that the company or industry must practice on. Manager should practice more a short-term strategy, because this is just a minor or a minor strategy to make your employees stay in the industry or in your company. These are treating them well, treating them fairly, talking to them, listening to them, acceptable scheduling, and giving them a job that that will help them to grow or develop their skills. Like in longer term strategy, you need to know the reason or the main cause why the employee feeling dissatisfaction and leave the company, and you need to deal with it. Maybe because the dissatisfaction of the employee is the environment or the toxic environment of her or their workplace. And if you know the reason, you need to deal with it. You need to make an action to deal with it. According to Frederick Hirschberg, 1976, the absence of what he refers as hygiene factors lead to dissatisfactions, whereas the existence of motivators results as satisfactions. According to Roberts, those are the hygiene factors that can cause dissatisfaction among employees, including salary, working conditions, fringe benefits, and job security. Motivators or satisfier recognized by Herbert include achievement, recognition, challenging work, responsibility, and advancement. Before I end this discussion, let's watch this video to know more about the motivators or ways of how to retention of the employees.
Creating a highly engaged workplace begins with having effective employee retention strategies. Employee retention is the organization's goal to keep talented and skilled employees and retain them. So, what can you do to keep your employees happy and avoid job hopping? Here are the top 10 employee retention strategies. Number 1. Hiring the right people. 80% of employee turnover is due to bad hiring decision. Hiring the right people can decrease employee turnover to a large extent and help in employee retention. Number 2. Shaping their growth and development. Helping employees achieve their short-term and long-term goals is one of the most crucial employee retention strategies. Therefore, designing in-house training programs for employees can advance their professional development. Number 3. Providing out-of-the-box benefits. 50% of adults would leave their job for better benefits. Catering to the needs of your employees is important. Employees favor benefits like financial incentives, retirement saving plans, sabbaticals, incentive stock options, life insurance, etc. Number 4. Appreciating your employees. Appreciating your employees for their efforts and achievement goes a long way. Thank you notes, social recognition programs motivate and encourage an employee to contribute and excel. Number 5. Maintaining work and life balance. 11% of workers have refused a new job due to a lack of good work-life balance. To take the pressure off employees, share the workload, allow work from home, and practice flex time. Number 6. Providing monetary benefits. One of the major reasons that make employees quit is the lack of compensation, and hiring someone new can be quite costly. To avoid this, you can give a fair and just appraisal to every deserving candidate. A salary hike is another way to retain top performers. Number 7. Practicing a feedback culture. Regular feedback can reduce employee turnover. Feedbacks make it easier for employees to understand and track their goals and responsibilities. Number 8. Conducting exit interviews. Conducting exit interviews just before an employee is about to leave is very crucial. An exit interview is asking a departing employee about his experience at the company. This process can help throw lights into things like toxic management and departmental conflicts. Number 9. Building health and wellness programs. 60% of companies offer wellness programs to stay competitive when attracting and retaining employees. Having a comprehensive health plan which takes care of the overall wellness of your employees is important. Providing health insurance is another great way to take care of their wellness. And number 10. Providing leadership opportunities. Many employees feel they are capable of contributing more. Assigning them with the right task, opportunities, and responsibilities can increase employee satisfaction and hence help in retention.
In addition to focusing attention to organizational and environmental factors, paying attention to the initial employee selection procedure goes a long way toward reducing turnover and quelling dissatisfactions. The idea behind this axiom is that it's important to match potential employees within the company and the positions, rather than simply hiring the person with the best qualifications. This is true in the field of human resources. The possibility of an employee retention is increased by attempts to choose employees who will succeed in both their chosen field and the company culture. The function of the selection in human resources is very important and requires serious analysis. So, being a human resources, you need to know who will be the best employee that will fit the culture of the company. Again, I'm Mart Andrea M. Reyes, and this is the end of the discussion. Hope you learned something. Thank you. Bye.